Okay, what's this? I can't even read it. Line 4, Tom V. something, whatever. It's not coming up on the screen. Tom, what's on your mind today?
Dr. Savage, I think every time we talk about ISIS or the Muslim refugee crisis or our traitorous politicians like Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, we also need to talk about George Soros and the Zionists that are pulling everybody's string.
Hold it. You know I'm the biggest critic of George Soros in the world. Now, why are you jumping to Zionist? Where does George Soros and Zionist come into the same sentence?
Well, the Kalergi plan, and I'm sure. Well, you're.
In other words, look, I know you're a white Jew-hating racist from somewhere in the deep South. I get that, but to link George Soros with all Jews is insanity.
Well, what about Bibi Netanyahu? Kind of steering.
He's a great man. He's one of the greatest Jewish leaders of all time. What about him? What do you want him to do? Roll over and turn his children into slaves for the Muslims? We're just talking about Muslim sex slaves. What do you want, Bibi Netanyahu to roll over to Hezbollah and say, take our girls?
Well, Bibi Netanyahu's got...
If we had a Bibi Netanyahu running America, we wouldn't have the problems we have.
He is running America.
Okay, so in your sick mind, Zionists are the problem for everything, including ISIS. You're so demented that you think ISIS are Jews now.
Pal, I'm a veteran with an honorable discharge, and
I really don't care if you have a silver star and a green star in the Medal of Honor. You're still a racist.
No, pal.
You're blaming Jews for everything because it's in your DNA. You're a racist in your DNA. So for you, wherever you turn, you pick up a rock and you see a worm, you say the Zionists put the worm there.
They don't control the media?
Who's they?
The Zionists. Bibi Netanyahu.
Bibi Netanyahu controls the American media?
Sentence. See, you won't let me finish the sentence, pal.
Well, you can't finish a sentence because you don't have the brain power for it. You've been talking to your racist Ku Klux Klan friends for so long you can't finish 4 words and make sense out of it. Who would let you talk any longer than me? You just made an idiotic statement. You said Bibi Netanyahu controls the Zionists, controls George Soros. You're lumping everyone together. What is your main point, Tom?
My main point is when Donald Trump said we needed a temporary stay on Muslim refugees, Bibi Netanyahu piled on him as well as everybody else.
So, wait a minute, sir, I don't know what Bibi Netanyahu has to do with that statement. I don't get it. Are you implying Bibi Netanyahu controls Donald Trump now?
Scheduled. Trump had a visit scheduled, and Bibi Netanyahu nixed it after Trump made his Muslim statement about a temporary stay.
So that proves now in your mind that the Jews control everything.
It's not that simple. It's not that blatant.
Tom, you're a war hero, you say. You never met a Jewish person that you liked? Have you ever met a Jewish person that was decent?
Did business with a fellow, I'm not going to say his name over the air, for 10 years. He's passed away now, but we got along great.
Okay. Did you ever go to a Jewish doctor who removed a pimple from you and did it well?
I don't know that I've ever been to a Jewish doctor.
So what's your solution, Tom? To throw the Jews out of America? Is that what you're getting at?
No, but I think what we need to do...
Oh, no but? So what's the but got there? You just said no but. So what is your final solution?
My final solution, and I know what you mean by that,
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were that well read. I mean, amongst the books on your table, I'm sure there's the Holy Bible and Mein Kampf.
I go right to the answer, and you won't let me.
Probably the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, and maybe a few books by a few of your other friends that I haven't seen yet. What's on your reading table for tonight? What magazines do you read?
I bought your book to support...
The Modern Stormtrooper, How to Cleanse Your White Sheets After a Burn-In. I mean, what else do you read? Sanitizing Your Sheets for the Holy Days. I can't imagine what he would have on his... What magazines does he get delivered to his doorstep in a plain brown wrapper? Sanitizing your sheets for a burn-in. I thought that was funny. Removing soot from your white sheets after burning a cross outside a synagogue. That'd be a fresh magazine. The short version. All right, we get the picture. So you see, here's the problem: when hate rears its ugly head in a nation, as it is right now because of what Obama has done to this country, everyone has someone to blame. In some cases, there's a rational connection to that blame. In other cases, there's no connection to the blame. But it doesn't stop people from bringing up their favorite hate objects. Do you understand this? So you got black professors now saying all whites. Look at this article. Black professor, so-called, says all white Americans need to admit to the racist poison inside of you. And, of course, the idiots at the New York Times publish it and call him a philosophy professor. George Yancey is about the equivalent of, in my mind, in my day, a guy like this, believe me, wouldn't have been a philosophy professor, George Yancey. I can't imagine what job he might have held. But it wouldn't have been philosophy professor, I can guarantee you. In fact, if it wasn't a family show, and I wasn't afraid of ramifications, I tell you what, George Yancey, black philosophy professor, the most he could have achieved in my day, I'd like to tell you what it would have been. But I can't right now on the Savage Nation. I kind of respect my position too much.